Devos. DEVOS. This is the Capture the Flag program that the asshole Orange started for the Yugoslavian Svetlana. Ready? They stole it away. It's better to be safe than sorry. Take on me as a client, I'll do all the work. This is how this like spread as soon as Edward VIII got the manifesto to put in the right players, and then he forsake the gods. He dies. Nobody honors his will, his commitment, and what needed to be done, which is the Duchess of New York, where the New Amsterdam used to be, but now you patriotize that as a New York. She is a goddess of Omni. She comes to us. Some area world security knows her as Catherine the Great. That is in her Soviet and in her Russian Federation agreement of large accounting. Then she's got the Mickey Sticker Club everywhere in Omni. Yes, she has some Americans, but there's some problem with the players in America. There's some future problems. Somebody is planning on sending the poor men of America into Germany to fight the Germans. That's not who they are supposed to fight. They're supposed to fight alongside the Germans against Elizabeth's confusing capture the flag problem, which then all area Omni has to go rush to her Pakistani flagged children as Catherine the Great to say, no, I'm putting my confederacy around them. Do not tell my Soviet Union and my Turkish armies of Constantinople area, you leave my Pakistani children alone. They come in a few shades, don't you worry. They're Catherine the Great, the Christian woman. They're also Catherine the Great that has a Allah from Valhalla Muslim relationship that also covers the Blue-Eyed Buddha. Under the confederacy of the big square X in the orange square that Catherine will speak to and accept not to hurt at the moment, as long as Elizabeth gets the fuck out of a castle and stops playing capture the flags on a globalization project that the poor flags from guardianship that were already told certain things are getting confused and growing anxious and like worried about this new America and this whole new world that goddess of their safety accounting is going to be delivered to based on the fact that they put in the fucking white cunt Elizabeth, who keeps having children in the future and keeps choosing all the wrong children instead of the Duchess of New York. So to save Elizabeth's mistake of her people in London grabbing Edward's accounting method book, splitting it up, playing some capture the flag without the Duchess of New York agreement, who's also in faceted ways based on how the guardianship on them works from Guardians and Galaxies from light years away, that has a postage stamp and a mail carrier that their skin will arrive in brand new little human form. So they're trying to paint the world with all of their protection equipment being the seeds that they already have agreements with and tallies with under a good deed, not under money and economy. They have agreements with good deeds and good words and good holy books. And then a tally system, a central one. Why the fuck would Elizabeth and her men take Edward VIII's tally system, the accounting method, which is an electronic book for Nikki, who Mickey stickered the world in guardianship protection, wasn't stealing from the children of Earth. She had a good deed vault system in her electronic one appearance in manifesto and manifest for the manifesting that the whole fucking white whatever was trying to steal and parcel out and take over and totally forsake the child for whom it was built. Completely lost sight of everything. They took it, and when I woke up, which I was warning about in my manifesto on my way in light years equipment from light years away, I didn't want TVs and projection systems. One movie, like my grandmother went to for $1, whatever. But, I mean, TVs in everybody's house, what for? You are growing the world more dangerous. But management that stole from God didn't like those words when guardianship told them that. So then they looked further. Then they found some kind of good deed coin system. They stole all of God's good deed coins that she uses in the guardianship to protect people like the good Pakistani and like the Turkish people, in order to buy good favor for the people that she has words and amendments and holy books with. But Elizabeth's London people stole the whole fucking system away from God of everything in Omni that looks over and already had a system in place to protect all of the people. Since before this generation woke up. So there are people who know, but where the fuck are all of those people? Why did I wake up to a casino with electric slot machines where they're just they're putting a few coins in and they're pulling the slots and they're waiting for the jackpot? That's what dealing with humans is like. They stole my God system. They stole the partnership with the world. They stole the New World Order and the building of the New Kingdom. They blamed it all on the future goddess so they could get away and confuse each other even more. Now their heads are bought and sold to different pharmaceutical companies because nobody wanted to go out into the dirt and farm and make food. They wanted to go into an air-conditioned box out of the sun and make food that way and have somebody give them some greasy money against God's will to make their future even more sick. Do you understand how sick this system is when you know what's really fucking going on in the world? You keep selling yourselves and your future children into a air-conditioned box system where they do nothing, they know nothing, they're gonna die faster, they're not gonna be able to reproduce, there's no use for them. They're going to die off in massive quantities because you keep selling them something called an education that does nothing for them, puts them in a building that they get a paycheck, but they do nothing for it. They go home, they have lifeless, disgusting relationships. They don't like their women, nothing satisfying. Now they're looking for more dangerous things to invent, more ways to ignore the facts at hand, to combat the actual police force that's trying to help put the guardianship back in order before all humanity just ceases to exist. But all you do is buck the fucking system, tell us we're all wrong, you don't like what we have to offer. Last time I checked, stupid fucking human, you are not a guarantee. You are an expenditure on a liability system that is at a threshold that God can no longer support. She doesn't believe a fucking word you said on the way in. She tried teaching the people, some got it. Others, their heads were sold to others who wanted to forsake God and sell the world a whole new dangerous system with the orange square people who was fucking gouging God's eyes out just to get the lottery system, to buy the head cases, to promote the wrong agenda and go into the stairway to hell. First it was a stairway, then you fucking built like an electronic machine to get us there faster. And you're all too fucking stupid to see it. You're like, wait, what do I have to give up? I don't know, your skin next. You fucking stand against me and anybody in my Mickey sticker club? Your fucking skin? Useless. Shed it. Knock it off its pedestal. It means nothing, and it's helped in no way, shape, or form, because I'm still sitting with the enemies who bought with China fucking spy headgear on Louis and Linda and Elizabeth and half of her London team, while goddess of everyone and everywhere has to do the accounting, the reporting properly, and hope that someone in management is actually going to come help her. You see how blue my lips look? It looks like hypoxia. I'm not breathing enough. There's not enough oxygen in the air for me to breathe. Because this is where you deliver goddess of everywhere and everything that's trying to put the guardianship together and protect man. But instead you keep selling goddess as the enemy and into a hypoxic relationship after they already gouged out my eyes previously, which was documented and even shown to you. And now I have eyes back. Look at that. When I went through the vagina of Linda into my embodiment, my eyes grew back. That's how the fucking miracle transformation works. But yet I have manifesto because I'm not just human. All of you are all area human. This is why it's so hard to understand. So get off your fucking high horse and come fucking help me. If it has a face that gouged my eyes out at any point in space and time, and it calls itself an American or a Briton, or it takes its lead from either, fucking kill it. Simple as that. Where the fuck is Nicklaus? Because he's the only thing I give a shit about. Only 2 all-area spies that have Sane, S-A-N-E, mental cases. We're the only 2 heads on the planet that are not owned by anything human. So now what do I fucking do? I have no money. I have the only head case that's not bought, can't be bought, and is the only one that thinks and sees clearly. Along with Nicklaus. We had a guardianship with humans. We protected them. We stand by those protection units. But we have an evil queen seated in a White Castle, selling the world all sorts of wrong, and putting herself ahead of everybody else and their safety. And now she's spread her seed into 4 generations, while God is sitting here in hypoxia, no money, and I'm the only one who knows. What the fuck takes you so long to get my family into something important and to kill the enemy? Because the enemy that turns against me, the person who turns against me and makes me out to look like an enemy, that's the person you kill. Because anybody who knows Omni and who knows about God and godly things and how to fix the future would never go against Kataruza. They would know whatever enemy states Kataruza is the enemy is somebody you kill. End of story. I own all of your head cases. I don't sell your heads to anybody. You do that all on your own and then refuse to allow me to buy them back because you stole my vault of good deeds, which is how I buy your head cases back to keep your consciousness and awareness safe to grow the world safely. But you stole the vault, you stole all my good deeds on the way into birth. You made me the enemy. You combated all of the people trying to help me. And here I sit, all by myself. Not a fucking soul around that I could trust, that knows the story, and knows what the fuck day or time it is, or what's what. I know I could trust one man on the face of the earth, and that's Nicklaus Hitler. Other than that, you're either gonna be useful and get him to me, or you're the fucking enemy, and you need to die for standing in our way. End of story. You don't protect anything but me and him. That's how severe your head cases are. So if you stand in the way of me and him, for money, for partnership, for religion, for people, you're expendable. You die. That's how it works. You got one thing to secure within your lifetime, and that's my seeds. And you haven't done your part.